carrots, peas, and crushed garlic. I am alone and lonely in this tidy room, coldness the bride and silence the bridegroom. Not much to do or initiate, not a lot to forsake. Been watching the waning moon. I'm way past my prime by now. I believe I'm in for a glow. Let's do a little bit of moonshine. Let us open those sardines in brine. I think by now I'm slipping into darkness. I will soon be sleeping in this shelter of starkness. I'd say there isn't much to dream about tonight. There isn't much to talk about, not much to bring delight. I would have hoped my life turned out happy. I would have thought this knife would be sharp and scrappy. I would have entertained the idea the earth was flat. I would have wanted my rabbit in top hat. We are about to climb towards the glowing moon. We are experiencing a shaky rune, out of tune. We're definitely growing out of boredom very soon. For the next 14 years we have Aries in Neptune. Could that be good? Could it be bad? Just ask me and I'll say people are terribly mad. Astrological suppositions are a fad. What is it that's for dinner, I wonder? A slab of fatty beef and a slab of hunger? What is it that's beneath the earth, apart from moist, vacuum and dirt? So let us wrap around this realm of sorrow. Allow the sun to bring forth tomorrow. Allow us to walk in the sunshine of a dream. Embed us in your hopes and in between. Houston, I do believe we have a significant issue. I feel like sneezing in the courtroom while I do not have a tissue. I have been naughty dwelling in the subtleties of flesh. Never mind starting afresh. Come to mind the power of Vishnu and Ganesh. Now I am about to write like I am Gilgamesh. Forget what I just said. I'll indulge on some toasted bread. Alright kids, we're up to integral calculus today. That isn't a snake, by the way, and my gaze isn't that of a bird of prey. Let us not forget to pray, by the way. Say 3 Hail Mary and then greet the tooth fairy. We aren't pagan in this jurisdiction. Beyond astrological prediction, I'm soaking the sun. Holy Ghost, Father and Son. Let us land together on planet Pluto or planet Saturn. Go skiing on Pluto and then have a pizza prosciutto. And then inquire for a Fibonacci pattern. It is Chinese New Year and I'm getting a lantern. Hello, I'm feeling terribly low. I think it's the dopamine. The rook is defending the queen. I'm in for some green. I'm in between 2 roaches and a pinch of caffeine. I really think there's nowhere to run from this unless your kiss is what you call the ecstasy of bliss. Forget about that, I'm nothing more than a twat. The ear of the rat finds the whisker of a cat. I think I'm paralyzed by this nonsense. This coffee is a little too sweet, a little too dense. Should have had milky tea or pineapple juice. Be loose on the sugar, yet do not abuse. Last night I was so tired I couldn't sleep. My rapid eye movement was rolling in the deep. This evening I'm having scrambled eggs on toast. I think it's necessary to initiate and get the most out of this bliss we're calling life on earth. I've been colluding with amnesia since birth. I was a child of genius and immense worth. These days I'm praising Mother Earth and I'm soaking up Father Sun. I'll sleep when I'm dead, I'll die when I'm all done. Yet the feeling I get in this poker game is nothing but Jupiter going insane. I think I was never too vain, yet my destiny was always giving me pain. I'm sane. I am mundane. I am still raising Cain. I am as disruptive as a baby snake in the grain. I'm sinning less these days due to unforeseen days. The silence of the night brings forth delight. I'm waking up in the glowing sunlight. I think there's not much of a laugh right now, right here. I am to classical music as Dalai Lama to Richard Gere. I do experience something like a hidden hunch. Right now, right here, we're not a silly bunch. Just look in the trunk and find me the road. I'll study the tide, you can study abroad. Forgive my enthusiasm, I think I'll applaud. There is great effusion over here in the attic. Just go to the basement and find some static. Just open your arms in a wide embrace. As my shoe on the left is lacking a lace, let's find that spaceship and send it to space. Yes, I agree, this hound does need a pedigree. Let us abstain from fornication and find that elusive key. Our dinner is thinner tonight. What are we having, you ask? Just drink the rest of the booze from the flask. Then return to the task, ready to flow, unwilling to unmask. I believe this moonshine to be a little pedantic. I'm open to this elusive, ambiguous semantic. I was always a little romantic, yet these days the gigantic Atlantic is swallowing down the antique Acropolis. You want a kiss? It is bliss. You want a tomato with this? That is also bliss. Allow me to swim in this endless abyss. When you look in the abyss, it starts looking at you. Do not disturb me now while I'm sad and blue. Just cue for the bait and I'll give you a clue. This is the cloud cuckoo and I am Orinoco. Don't fuck with me, for you know I'm a little loco. Alright, that wasn't very bright. I shine like a unicorn in the moonlight. I am in fact sleepwalking at night. I am to holding hands what the queen is to the white knight. My entire kingdom for a slab of Turkish delight. Forget me, yes, I'm saying right now to you, I'm giving a Scooby snack to Scooby-Doo. Tomorrow evening I'm cooking stew. In 2 days we're having butter chicken on rice. Just be nice, do roll that dice. And you'll find Schrodinger's cat is dead. The Torah was entirely read. I am to classical music like the Zohar to the Kabbalah. In 4 days I'm cooking lamb tikka masala. Alright, let us indulge in this sound. My reasoning sound and complete with no bound. That awesome emotion is nowhere to be found. I think I'm falling to the ground. These days the analysis is that of an ellipse going round. I'm lacking the weight of the British pound. I am awakened to sound. I am to be welcome when I come around. So let us adjust the volume on this song. I am to be awakened so I cannot go wrong. I am to be a tartan to a warrior knight. I am to smile and embrace you tight. Allow me to adjust the social media algorithm. I am not sleeping tonight or tomorrow. Never mind my sleeping patterns and biorhythm. I'm playing the strings like Kurt Cobain. I'm never intrusive and I'm never vain. I'm waiting for Sisyphus at the top of the hill. Like in the game of poker, I'm a sucker for a good thrill. Allow me to smoke a cigar while I am writing my will. The night elusive as back and forth argumentation, like the president reading out the state of the nation. Like the Buridan's donkey to street causation, I am to find the jester at the coronation. Who is in fact running this show so well? Well centered like a nucleus to a cell. I am to this story like a rose to the little flower, like the little flower to Carmel. Allow me to grab this tiny handle, and since it was Christmas, play me some Handel. Tomorrow morning I'm sleeping late. Forgive my fate, there's a lot on my plate. Allow me to skate, allow me to wait. You carry your load and I'll give them bait. Don't worry too much for the log in your eye. Just spy with your eye whiskey and rye. I was young when I read The Catcher in the Rye. Nowadays I'm indulging in potato top on a Big Ben pie. I'm smiling tonight, I'm frowning tomorrow. Forgive me to bring you that pinch of sorrow. If I knew I would die, I would not have been born. Yet a rose must exhibit its thorn. I am like a princess to a pinkish unicorn. I'm like minted baby peas to a bag of corn. All right, that was bright. My entire kingdom for a fat slab of Turkish delight. I'll skip the detail and give you a fact. I am not to be sloppy and I am to react. It is 11:30, the sleep is from heaven. Just warmth and shut eye until 7:30. Or maybe 10. I'll give you a pencil, give me a pen. I am not to submit to the rising tide, as there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. I am to be a beacon of light and the compass of hope. I am to knot the ends of this thick kind of rope. So let us adorn this altar of gloom with a sword of sadness and the atomy of gloom. Allow me to smile and bark at the moon. When I was born, I sang a song of sublime, Lord Bura himself this star to shine. These days I am nothing more than a scholar of joy, like a string of pearls on Helen of Troy. Like a wooden horse to Toys R Us, I am anxious and angry at missing my bus. I am to classical music as Tony Blair to Liz Truss. So what is it written tonight in the stars? Perhaps some brandy and 4 cigars. Yet I was and I am a total abstainer, a great philosopher, a good entertainer. Do not think about me that I'd be shallow. When you are on top, I'll be in the hollow. You're welcome to lead, and I am ready to follow. I'm frowning and drowning in this masterpiece. If you need some cake, you'll have a piece. Let's call it a night and fly to Greece, since the Middle East is still lacking peace. I am about to spend my time writing some verse, not knowing what's worse, insomnia or curse. The fate is adverse, the produce diverse. I am to classical music like needle to nurse. Crushed garlic and corn in the boiling pot. Yesterday I brought the fish that I caught. It wasn't too much, but enough for dinner. My belly is thinner. In chess, I'm beginner. So let us immerse in this game of shadows. I am to classical music like a thorn to its rose. Now add the baby peas and we have a stew. We'll serve it right now without too much ado. My atrium still pumps blood. I'm as diplomatic as Kevin Rudd. Allow it to soak, then nip it in the bud. I hate being obnoxious and presumptive. I don't enjoy being disruptive. These days I'm passive-aggressive, yet tranquil. I'm inclined to chill when I'm getting ill. I asked the Lord and the Lord did bless. I am a champion at playing chess. I do not stumble, I feel no stress. I am less inclined to leave behind a mess. I am chain smoking right now. Wow, pretty lady, give up your vow. I think I'm playing piano while milking this cow. I entertain the conclusion I'm too rich in Macau. So let us commence these dense type of lectures while students themselves propose these conjectures. I am inclined to open this one with Indian defense. You borrow my pawn, I'll build my fence. I am endowed with a rook on the left of the king. Just gather the money and the phone will ring. As a fact, there is little to brag about. I'm not wealthy and I have no clout. I am predisposed to a heart condition, like an engine that lacks the fuel and ignition. I got plenty of food, but I don't feel like any. I like on Bondi Beach, too bright and too many. I believe in a previous life I died early. I had rosy cheeks and my hair was curly. I was good with the ladies and spoke the truth and spent my time surfing since early youth. I was a story waiting to be and to unfold. I was a knight in an armor, courageous and bold. I was a developing hero that drink Coke Zero. I had a lot of spunk, drunk as a punk. I was fierce in my fights, a tremendous monk. In this life I am abstaining from liquor and sex, awaiting the sun, computing in hex. I'll shine you the moon, you give me those decks. That's weird medication. I'll skip the laxative, allow for interpolation. For this I can find no adjective, these things are all but a narrative. Run for your lives, run to the hills, to find your relatives and some cheap thrills. Just tie me that bow tie and keep erect. Don't wait for me, I'm staying late. You might as well go to bed after the news. I will not indulge in booze, for that type of thing gives me the blues. These days I'm unemployed and bald in the head. My flat effect is playing dead. I was born heavier than your average baby. If you ask for McWings with that, I'm saying maybe. Hawaii in my mind and saying aloha. New Zealand is showing me matcha roja. I'm smart in my thoughts. I'm skinnier than South Dakota. Alright, this movie screen is bright. The screenplay was a little overcooked. This snooker table was booked. So let us wine and dine in the shade. New Zealand designed, Australian made. I am entirely fond of playing this blunder. I skip the politeness and then I wonder. How come our society, cruel and invasive, allows computing to be so pervasive? It is in the stars to smoke this roach. Pass me the ball for I am the coach. Don't babysit me for I'm neurotic, like a Navy SEAL or an antipsychotic. Allow me to drain this heavy rain. Got nothing to lose, got nothing to gain. I am the missing link on your chain. Alright, let's turn the color bright. We need the light of truth on this screen. We need to come clean like a pea to a bean. You want some crispy pork? I am keen. I am to classical music like liver to spleen. Don't laugh too loud when you watch Mr. Bean. Don't grimace too often when having some green. Whatever the dirt, I'm making it clean. Whoever may come, I am in between. Tomorrow is Monday, I am getting paid. The food will be there, the table was laid. I say let us forgive and forget the grudges as a habitual offender in front of judges. Just live and let live, forget or forgive. Who knows if in fact we will outlive this wonderful tithing that's made to give. I am A-OK like the needle in the hay, like the straw that broke a camel's back, like white to black, like hundreds of grey. I am not accustomed to smoking hay. I am entirely confident, yet I wonder. He blinked at me like Stevie Wonder. He waved at me like Chairman Mao. He's a gladiator like Terence Tao. I'm raising eyebrow and causing smiles. I'm truthful and meek like Andrew Wiles. I'm frowning deep at love and marriage. I am to classical music like horse to carriage. I am actually looking for the child within. I am to classical music like bishop to queen. Let us indulge a little in this weird type of brittle until the scientist starts to belittle our hidden art of searching for meaning. Allow me to wash and do some cleaning. I do find it rude, I don't find it demeaning. I am the king of cool and entirely well-meaning. I don't mean to be rude, yet your thinking is crude. Be rigorous in your proof and tear off the roof. The Morse code signal is actually foolproof. When singing this tune you're saying la la. I am to classical music like Dali to Gala. Frivolous laughter I bring with me. Just stop fornication and find that key. Like in the game of chess, be careful of blunder. Just wave to me like Stevie Wonder. When you drink too much, the sky will be bright. If you smoke some weed, your feet will be light. Just don't jump behind the wheel and beware that the drum in this song does have a snare. Do not smoke and fly, I say do not, for the garlic goes well with the fish that was caught. I am lazy and smart rather than swift and dull. I am to classical music like pigeon to gull. I am not to hide away from trials, I am to work hard like Andrew Wiles. I'm not the kind to travel into boats, I'm having for breakfast cream and oats. I shall awake to this sound like Maurice Ravel, I shall fully awake to the sound of the bell. Tomorrow evening I'm playing chess with a maiden that's slowly awaiting caress. Where am I now? Just have a guess. I am adding garlic to the carrots and peas and serving the burger with a slab of cheese. It's getting cold in here, I'm in for a breeze. I am to classical music like honey to bees. I'm developing cancer while making sense. The soup in the pot is salty and dense. Pretty, pretty lady, give up your vow. I am to classical music like Milky Way to a cow. Just have a guess, where am I now? So let us consider this point of inflection. It is Friday now, I'm having an injection. Allow me then compute this weird bijection. To be or not to be, for that is the question.